enjoying this, I hope?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Enjoying the journey for sure. Having a lot of fun with these guys. I mean, the players and the coaches, just all the time you put in with those guys, and then to see them have the success that you want them to have, that's what makes you want to do it, you know. And the opportunity to continue to do it, you know, is what drives it. And we're having a great time. I mean, we're having a lot of fun with these kids right now, and the staff, and just the chemistry of the whole building's it's exceptional.
Along those lines, when you guys were out on the road recruiting, did you see there's a different reception?
You know, I don't get to do that as much, so it's hard for me to tell you. I mean, I haven't heard a bad thing. And there's definitely more recruits now that are recruiting us, I guess you would say. And you get texts from guys that maybe in the summer told you they weren't interested, and now they're asking if they can visit. I mean, that's pretty normal, and that's a good thing to have going on. So we'll see where it all goes. A lot of football left.
Yeah, Bradley's gotten a lot of NFL draft attention, but now Ryan is too, a quarterback. Does that make you a little excited but nervous?
No. We got a lot of football left. I mean, look, if he plays good enough where they think he's that good, then that's good for me. You know, it means we're winning games and he's doing what he's doing. So we'll deal with that when the season's over.
Is this quarterback more of a runner on pass plays than maybe Lamar Jackson?
You know, I don't know about that. I mean, Lamar Jackson's pretty crazy back there, you know, and he had an incredible run against Boston College. I mean, he did. And it was a shovel play, you know, and they covered it up and he took off and ran. He's a good athlete, there's no doubt. But, I mean, you know, I'm not saying anything bad about Winbush, but Lamar won the Heisman last year and has broken all kinds of records.
What I meant was tuck and run quicker,
yeah.
like after a read or so.
There's not as many pass plays, you know. It's kind of hard to compare it. He's a threat to run, and he's a dynamic runner. But, you know, their drop-back game really hasn't been put in play that much. You know, I mean, they have not thrown for that many yards because they haven't attempted that many passes either, you know. And he missed one game. So there's not a lot of film of him as a drop-back passer. You see him on nakeds, you know, where he's out of the pocket. You see him on rollouts where he's out of the pocket. But true five-step drop, there's not a ton of that in their offense right now because they've been able to pound people.
Obviously, you say every game is just as important as the next, but how big of an opportunity is this for your guys to go in there and play, you know, your type of football?
It's a great opportunity. I mean, it's a unique opportunity to play at Notre Dame with the historical part of the game of football and what that represents while they're in the top 10 and they're playing for the same stakes we are, you know, nationally. I mean, how often do you get to do that, to play at a school like that, you know? I mean, they have their own television network, NBC, you know? So to be able to play at a place like that when both teams are, you know, on good win streaks, and it means a lot. It's great for these kids, great for these coaches, great for NC State.
What differences do you notice in Josh Adams this year compared to past?
I'll be honest, I mean, we didn't pay attention to their run game last year. I mean, they didn't have much of a run game, and it's not because they weren't big, strong, physical guys. They were just a drop-back pass team. You know, they had Deshaun Kaiser, who was one of the best passers in college football, and that was their offense. And their run game, you know, I mean, you fit it up, but it wasn't like it is now. I mean, they got a lot of good schemes. They believe in it. They play physical. He's a big back that a lot of times doesn't get touched. You know, 7, 8, 9 yards down the field, he's getting his first contact on several runs. So it's going to be a war at the line of scrimmage, and he's a very good player.
You've said in the past that you like reading other coaches' transcripts or listening to their press conferences. Did you get a reaction when Brian Kelly basically said the NC State game summed up their entire season last year?
Not really. I mean, that game was a huge win. I was really proud of our guys for dealing with the adversity of the game, with the downpour that it was, and we were more physical than them in that game, but part of that was our style of play versus theirs being a passing offense. So that was last year, you know, and this is this year, and we got a different team, they got a different team.